Welcome to Effortless Being, where it takes no effort just to be. I have a guest on the line, Jensen. Jensen.
Hi, for you.
Good, just drinking some coffee. Mm, tastes so good.
I mean, it's amazing. This synchronicity is amazing because I emailed you that I can't do this meeting today, like 2 weeks ago, because I had a business meeting today scheduled, but it was canceled today. So and you wrote an email that can we do an hour later? So I was not caught off guard that we're doing this like
Ah.
unannounced. So it's just perfect. Yeah.
Synchronicities, yeah, I know they just come about with effortless being. When we just relax in our true nature, like not trying to force outcomes or expecting things to have to be a certain way. We just kind of just relax because the whole time infinite intelligence is doing it all anyway. We just, get convinced with the thoughts that come in. The mind comes in and says, "Oh, I'm doing this or I'm doing that." But the whole time, effortless being or infinite intelligence is doing it the whole time. So when we relax, it feels like synchronicities are happening because we're aligned with our true nature, with what we are, and effortless being does it all. So all we have to do is just relax back and follow the inspiration to move. Isn't it such a great way to live?
Like, whoa, it's just amazing. Was it out of inspiration that you forgot that I emailed you 2 weeks ago? I mean, yeah, it just happened so perfectly that, yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes like thoughts will come, like you think the thoughts coming from, you can tell if it's coming from infinite intelligence or if it's just coming from the mind or, random thoughts. And because the one is just, it could have, as it came to me, it's like, oh yeah, we could call it Jensen. Oh yeah, I'm excited. Okay, there we go. I don't think I even use a planner. I just kind of just go. I just,
Um,
relax into it and just sit here in the silence and just feel what's coming. And then if I want to identify with the thought, and move, if it, excites me or expands me, it feels good, then I do it. If it doesn't, then I just rest like this, just chill out and rest.
yeah, what a way to live. What a way to live.
It's effortless.
Mm, yes. Yeah, like one of my shorts got like 1,000 views.
Which one was that?
It's
I know
just,
I've been seeing
it's
you.
just
I want to tell
amazing.
you, I've been seeing your shorts. They've been coming up on my feed on my whenever I log into YouTube, I see, oh wow, that's a cool short. Jensen's really getting the hang of doing these shorts now.
Yeah,
Which is the one
I
that got
think
1,000? Which one was that?
I think it was. Let me check because I didn't really expect anything like that. Because I have like nearly zero subscribers, and but that one hit 1K. I this there is no personal I. Just conversations between you and me last week.
Yeah, I could see why people would resonate with that. Because like our whole
Mm,
lives we're taught that, we're identified with this separate I. That it feels so real too, because it's almost like the I kidnapped what this is, or the I, we've identified like a case of mistaken identity. We've identified with what this is, the seeing, the smelling, the tasting, the touching, the aliveness, the consciousness that's here. And we've put a label over it. An I named Rob or Jensen with our limitations, where we grow, like our human experience, right? We've labeled it the human experience, but the whole time we've remained as effortless being, the whole being that's already whole and complete. The aliveness itself, that sense of existence that we all know, and we've just labeled it an I, because we've been conditioned. Because you think about it, before the age of two, everything was just open and empty, and alive. We didn't have any labels or was just this, right? And then oh well, this, and then we start identifying with, a
mm,
body, saying, oh, this body is you, and you're inside this body, and you were born here, and you go to school here, and you like this, or you like. Then we get all this programming, right? We're programmed into this I. So
mm,
people have been identified with the I forever, and that's where the suffering is too, because you're not some limited self that's broken. You're the expansive, open beingness, the impersonal beingness. It was funny. I had somebody just commented on one of my videos. When did you realize the true self? Or was it when you heard the words, "You are the infinite being having a human experience"? Or was it when you started questioning the beingness, saying, you know, can it be born? Can it get sick? Can it die? Does it have any problems? Is it worried about money? Is it worried about relationships? Is it anxious? Like, at what point did you realize it? I was like, I don't know. Only above, I guess, because whenever I see both of them, they're both pointers, you know, the being to the true self. How about for you?
Yeah, I guess it's more gentle unfolding, just like you. There is no like aha moment. Of course, I had like small realizations, but yeah, I think eh, after the call with David Bingham, I think things started to unfold very gently, and but the beingness, but the awareness, the emptiness, the silence, it never left. It was always there. So so yeah, I can't really pinpoint
Yeah, because it's
the
always
exact
been there.
moment.
We just kind of
Yeah,
mislabeled it, right?
yeah, yeah.
Like what this is. And I think that's why people get confused, or they keep seeking for so long because they're expecting it to be something different when it's just the obviousness of the awakeness, whatever you want to say. It's just the obviousness of the awareness that's already here. It's just that we've been told it's almost like overlaid with this eye that's over it, this string of thoughts, that are saying that you're separate, that you're Rob, and you're just this body. And so, that's why people get confused because they've laid, and that's what it's
Mm.
like for me. So when you're told you are what you're looking for, it's like, what? Oh, you mean this that I've been this that I've been the whole time? Like that's why they call it a cosmic joke, because it's like, you know,
Mhm.
it really is simple and obvious. It's just that doesn't feel that way when you've been conditioned all your years to and been told and programmed and reinforced by the life experience that you're separate and that you're broken and you need to be fixed and your name is Rob and you're just this body and the thoughts are you, you know?
Yeah, right. Yeah, but the phrase that you are already what you were looking for, that was such a frustrating phrase for me when I was seeking. 'Cause what are you talking about? Seeking all these years, and
And
but
then I
yeah,
started to say, can you feel can can Rob feel? And I'm thinking, well, Rob can't feel. There's no actual Rob. It's just a string of thoughts, in air here that will believe it's just thoughts. So, and then I said, well, can you feel a Rob here? Well, and then I would start to say to myself, well, it feels like Rob's here. And then what broke it open for me to see through it was when you say, can you feel a Rob? The feel part, feel. Wait a second, Rob can't feel. Rob's not real. He's just a bunch of thoughts, that the mind is saying that this is. And so once I saw that, I'm like, of course Rob can't feel. It's the beingness, it's consciousness that feels. So that's all a story, So that's another thing that helped me see through it. I mean, like you said, when David said you're the infinite being, have a human experience, that really felt like the start of the opening right there. And then from there, like you said, it just all just kind of started unfolding from there. Then I started questioning, wait, because I was like, man, I am the infinite being. Like it was almost like I remembered, of course, what this is can't die, it was never born, it can't get sick, it doesn't have a problem. It's just that the thoughts are coming telling me that there's a problem. The thoughts are
Mhm.
coming saying I'm separate from this, but I'm all of this.
Mhm.
And then it was like a slow unfolding from there. And then once you have that, then it's like you have this peace, They talk about even in the scriptures in the Bible, the peace that surpasses all understanding. And so that becomes real. It's like, whoa, that's what they're talking about, you know.
Mhm.
Or even like Buddha when he was under the tree, you know, he welcomed every before that he was fighting everything that was coming. He just sat under the tree and gave up, and he just accepted everything, you know,
Mhm.
as awareness, every point of view as awareness. He just let it rest. He just rested as beingness. And he just let it all be there. And he realized what he was. He was the space, the beingness where all of those point of views were welcome. So there's no need to fight them. They're all you and they're all welcome here. So he just rested in the relief of the beingness. And so the obviousness of it that he was that the whole time. Why was he fighting it? You know, he was that the whole time. He was just identified and fighting what is. And the infinite intelligence was doing it all the whole time. And he just rest. I mean, when you think about his story, like he went Buddha, well, he left his family and everything, like doing all that on his search. A lot of people like with the like that are searching and seeking, they tend to suffer, you know?
I mean, yeah. I mean, the Buddhist conditioning is that you need to meditate for decades
Yeah.
for you to get enlightenment, and you need to be a monk, shave your head, renounce yourselves. But realizing the awareness, you don't need that. You don't need that. It's already here, right now.
Yes, it's right here, right now. There's no need to do any of it. Anyone in a direct experience right now, right in this moment, sitting wherever they're at on their couch or wherever they're at, right in
Mm,
this moment, can realize the true nature. They don't need to go to India and do satsang or meditate for years and years. You could just do it your direct experience, you know. And that was the thing. I need to do the direct. I mean, you hear people talking about it, but that doesn't do it. What does the realization is when you check in your own experience and you see it for yourself. So, I mean, that's just a matter of just being here right now and just, you know, you can pause the thoughts and just see what's here and just look and just say, hey, do I see what's here? You know, well, I know there's this aliveness, this beingness, this awakeness is here. I mean, do I see a separate person here called Rob? No, you know, it's obvious. It's pretty obvious when you just look in
mm,
your direct experience, not going to the mind, when you're just the immediacy of the perception, you know, of this expansive perception that's here. It's pretty obvious. Then when you ask, can this beingness or this aliveness, this awakeness, you know, does it have a problem? You just know the answer automatically. How do you know that? How do you know it doesn't have a problem? How do you know it was never born? Like, because it's what you are, you know. It's what you are. So there's the intelligence is revealed. Wisdom's already revealed. The mind comes in later and says, "Oh, well, no, it's this, it's that," but it's already done. Like
mm,
this is already the wisdom. This is already the clarity.
mm.
It already is. It already is the
Yes.
case. It already is the case. So, I mean, when you say when people are suffering when they're seeking, but are they really suffering? Because because they were the whole time they were just remaining as the infinite being or the beingness the
Mm,
whole time. So it was just like
mm,
that's why they say it's like a dream because it's just all thoughts is all it was. So nobody really even got hurt and it really never even did happen. Just like a dream at night when you dream, you know, when you wake up from the dream. The dream felt really real though. When I was dreaming, it felt really real when you're laying at night and you're dreaming. But then when you wake up, it's like, ah, the relief. Oh, it never really happened. I was here the whole time. And then you go out and you get your coffee and you drink. And so
yeah, like let's
this is kind
just
of like, you know what I'm saying? What were you gonna say?
yeah, like let's just say it was a dream that never really was.
Yeah, and there's relief in knowing that. It's just and this is kind of like we're like a wakeful dream. You know, this is still a dream too. Like this is just the it's dreamlike when you think about it, because this conversation will disappear. I mean, it will be recorded, but it'll disappear like it never happened. You'll just be resting as the awareness of the beingness that's whole and complete. But I think it's fun for people to know that, you know, you're still, even if you're still having that, if the body is still here, If it's not here, then you just need to just rest. If the body's still here, you might as well enjoy the human experience, have
Yeah.
fun with it. Like be in alignment with your true nature, which is joyful, restful, easy, peaceful, inspired, creative. Yeah. Because that makes like the everyday dream, better. Where did that guy get? It always hits me over that. I interviewed that guy from the doctor of
You're a dream master.
yeah, you have a dream. It all makes sense now. It's like you're making everybody have a better dream. Why not? Right? If you were dreaming, I'm just gonna meet you where you're at. I'll appear in
Yeah.
your dream and tell you to be easy and effortless and have fun and be inspired. Might as well have a good dream. Like if I'm at night, I'm gonna have a dream. I might as well make it a fun dream, right? Make a dream that I'm rich. I could be doing have anything I want, and I could have this life experience. I could travel the world. Uh, you know, uh, People pay me billions just to say hi, like whatever, like whatever you want to come up with, whatever your fantasy, your dream is. I mean, it's a dream, right? If it's a dream, you might as well have fun with it, right? I mean,
Mhm.
you have infinite possibilities. Like I was just interviewing John and his dream, and he's I'm going to post his interview, but he was yesterday. He was in Bakersfield, California, and he drove from Arizona. And so he's just like doing like a road trip. So he stopped at one of the rest stops, um, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm on my way, my second week." He's doing that thing where you put the thrust pack on. When you fly, you press the button and they fly.
Oh yeah, I know one.
Yeah, they're testing it in California. So this is his second week of training, and for him, his dream is to just fly. So he puts the jet suit on and he flies.
Wow.
He likes feeling that feeling of freedom, aliveness. He loves adventure. So it's kind of cool. Like him, Buzz make fun with, just having fun with his dream.
Yeah. Yeah, I rewatched the interviews you've done with John, and he's not doing 9 to 5, is he?
He's what?
He's just living off his investments and just
Yeah,
doing what he loves. And yeah.
that's what he did. That's what he was talking to you about in investments because you're in investments too. So
Yeah.
he can relate to you, but he just makes good investments
Mhm.
and the way he picks the stocks and stuff he talked about in one of the interviews. You know,
Yeah, that was inspirational. That was like,
I know, right?
I heard like just chooses what feels, right for him, and it works
Yeah,
out, which is amazing. I mean, we should make a, non-duality trading group. Just
there you go. They'd be lining up. You know how many people like hate their jobs? Like they talk to, like they don't like their 9 to 5s or whatever, and they want to get out of it. Because they feel like they're stuck. The mind tells them that they're stuck, but they're not. They're not. You can make the dream fun, but a lot of it has to do. It's like it really is a frequency game. Even David talks about how it's like a frequency game because it like a lot of it has to do with what frequency you're on. Like if you're feeling loving and fun and alive and easy and effortless and joyful, like and you believe that the ground appears as you walk, and then as you spend, you're replenished, and that a lot of it has to do with infinite worth, realizing you're the infinite being, that you're already whole and complete, that you don't need anything outside yourself to make you feel satisfied or complete. You're already that. And then what happens is you just rest, and things, like you said, synchronicities happen, things align, opportunities come, and then you're prompted, for what the next step is, so to speak, effortlessly. Because it's all just happening and you're just enjoying the experience now instead of trying to control it or to make it happen or believe the thoughts that you've been programming. You've been programmed. A lot of people in the West, they're programmed. You got to work hard to make money, to make a living. If you don't, then you won't be able to pay your bills. You'll lose your house and you'll be out on the street. Like the mind like has like these big stories it comes up with. And people actually believe it. And then they're experiencing all this stress and anxiety. And then they stay in their prisons, you know, and they continue to go to their 9 to 5 or do things that they don't like. If you like your 9 to 5, that's cool. But if it's something that's causing them stress and anxiety and not knowing another way. And work should feel more like play, like when you realize your true nature, it should feel like if any kind of thing that's called work, it's almost like you want to eliminate the word work and make it play. Like if you're playing each day, you're enjoying it, overall, I'm saying there's always little things here and there, um, but the majority of it should feel like play, you know.
Yeah.
It should feel like you're playing.
Yes. I mean, the idea of working hard and stuff is really like people are questioning that because there like in Korea there are no jobs for me to work hard.
Oh,
Like,
really? Is that how it is right now?
I mean there are
Come to
lots
the
of
West. They have plenty of them. They love to make them slaves and make them work hard.
I mean there are lots of graduates like college graduates in Korea, but they have no jobs, so they have no jobs to work hard for.
Oh.
So I think they have no choice but to look in different directions and choose what feels light, what feels joyful. Because you don't have a choice anyway.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Just
You
make your
can't work
best.
hard. Yeah.
So what do the people do when they get their degrees or they go to college? Is that what they're doing, the most of them? They've been programmed that they have to go to college and all that, and then they get the
I think
degrees.
I
And what
think
do they do? Yeah.
more than 90% of people go to college,
Yeah.
whether they like it or not. And
Oh,
and
really? They're major.
the problem is there's lack of quality jobs out there, especially with AI and the economy. And yeah, we're
So how
lost. Like
so how do they pay their bill? What do they do? How do they pay their bills? How do they
I don't
live?
know. Like I got lucky and I got a job, but most people they're struggling to find a quality job, and even after graduating in a prestigious university. So like it's bad in one side, but if you think it differently, like we have no choice but to choose the different path. Like you can't work hard now these days. So that's
Yeah, I like that. I'm going to Korea. I'm an
like
American. I
if
don't
you
work hard. Everybody else is working hard around me. I'm like, it's all being
like
taken care of, guys. Relax.
yeah, even if you want to work hard, there is no quality job to work hard for. So
But then the
yeah,
mind does it, the thoughts or the demiurge works it a different way there. Like here, they'll get people all the opportunities. You can work all you want. You work yourself to death. You work for this money that doesn't, the whole purpose of having the money is to relax, but they're all like stressed out and everything. But over there, it's more like, so you don't have the opportunities to stress. Now the people are more just standing around like, thinking that, because the mind will always say, I have to be doing something. You have to be working
yeah,
hard. You got to do
that's
something
the issue.
in order to feel fulfilled. But the truth is, you know, when you just relax as effortless being, you already feel that wholeness and completeness and infinite intelligence is the one doing it all the whole time. There's like no doer here doing it. So you can just relax back into that. So it's almost like, for them to see the relaxation in being effortless and then following what lights you up. The mind, will tell you what's going to light you up is, it might be telling them like, oh, look in the West, you can have this career, this job. Those people, I tell you, I talk to those people. They're not happy at all. They're
Yeah,
not happy at all.
that's the issue. Yeah,
They're not
they're not
happy
happy at
at
all.
all. So that's not it. It's not the career or the job that makes you happy, that makes you feel fulfilled. That's not it. They're not happy. I'm telling you. I talk to them all the time. They're not happy. What's happy is just realizing what you truly are, that you're already whole and complete. And then following the inspiration, what lights you up. And that doesn't have to be a career. It could just be just resting as the awareness. It could be walking in a park. It could be having coffee with a friend. I mean, just simple, ordinary things become extraordinary and fulfilling. It could be very simple things, you know. It's the simple things that people overlook. The
Yeah,
simplicity of being alive and telling a joke with friends or whatever, or writing or art or music, you know, whatever, dancing, whatever lights you up. You know what I mean? Talking, speaking, having fun with YouTube channels. I don't know. Bring it out. Like there's so much to do.
Mm,
That could be fun and relaxing, whatever lights you up, because we're all different. So whatever your thing is, you know.
yeah.
But the mind always say, "What's next? What's next?" There is no next. It's this is it right here. The fulfillment's here. You just have to look and see for your in your direct experience.
Mm,
So when you have that realization that it's no longer what's next, it's no longer it has to be a certain way. It's you know, it's the everyday moment, the eternal now that you are, that the satisfaction is. And then life unfolds effortlessly and fulfilling when you see that. And then you're no longer looking outside yourself for the happiness or for things to be a certain way for the happiness, because the happiness was always within with what you truly are the whole time. And so it's just having that realization. So it's almost like dropping those thoughts is where the relief is, dropping those beliefs, dropping those thoughts, and realizing that you're already whole and complete and everything is happening perfectly and infinite intelligence is doing it all. And there's nothing to do in the sense that you don't have to fix it or do it or work hard or strive. You can relax into it and let infinite intelligence do it. And when you're inspired to move or act or make a decision or do something, it'll feel light, it'll feel easy, it'll feel effortless, it'll feel playful, it'll feel fun, it'll feel enjoyable. That's why we're here. That's our true nature. If we're not experiencing that, it's just that we've bought into the mind's thoughts and beliefs, that the programming, and now it's time to wake up, so to speak, and see through that and know what you truly are and really just take the time and just look in your direct experience to see, what's really here. What is true reality? What's going on? What are you? And once you realize that you're the infinite being, that you're the effortless being, then it's almost like your reality shifts. You experience what's always been here, you experience it all differently. But it's still the ordinary what's been here. It's just that you're experiencing it differently than you did before. It's whole, it's complete, there's not a problem here. It's almost like paradise on earth right here, heaven on earth right here, right now, in that sense. Not that it's all just blissed out all the time. That's not what I'm talking about. That's
Oh,
not what
you
I'm
could be. You could be. Oh.
Yeah, at times you can be. But now I just feel like I'm laughing all the time. Like everything's playful. There's nothing serious. Like even if my wife, if she'll say something like, "Oh, what are we gonna do about this?" She'll start stressing about something. I mean, I can still play the game, like because I still have empathy and compassion for people because maybe they don't realize. I was that way too. I didn't realize. Like I really thought, like I was doing it all. I really thought that I was the separate person called Rob, and that I was the one controlling it all. I really thought that. I'm not kidding. There's gonna come a thing with people watching this video, like now they're watching it. They're like, "What are you talking about?" I do feel that way, but there's gonna come a time when people look at this video and be like, "Oh yeah, I remember when I did that too. That was so silly that I believe that." There will come a time when people will look at it like that. Like this will be the new norm. But right now it's not, because the majority of people are still, locked into their beliefs that they're separate and they're broken and they need to, they need to do everything. Like they're still dreaming kind of thing in their heads. But yeah, so I'll just look at it with I still have compassion. So I just be like, oh yeah, I understand. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna, oh, okay. But I said everything usually always works out, right? Yeah. Well, yeah, it does. So we'll be okay. It'll all flow. Oh, you're always so positive. I was like, oh, thank you. No.
Mm, yeah.
But whatever's meant to be will be, and it'll be okay.
Mm,
Sometimes the mind will tell us it's going to be better if it works out like this. But the mind is so limited, you know? I'd rather trust infinite intelligence to bring about, reality, because infinite intelligence has been bringing it about, and it's perfect just the way it comes. It can't be any other way. Whatever it is, you just need to see what the joy is in it, what the perfection is in it, because it is already perfect. Just the mind's telling you it's not for some reason, because it's judging it, saying this is a bad experience. This is a bad one. You shouldn't be having this, or whatever the thoughts say. But now you can just kind of look at the thoughts and laugh and be like, it's perfect just the way I already know that it's perfect the way it is. It's infinite intelligence doing it. So it knows what it's doing. So then it almost becomes like a surrender or a trust to what this is, that infinite intelligence is
mm,
doing it. Because the mind is so limited. I'd rather trust infinite intelligence. There's really no I to even trust it. But the only way I can speak in the world of duality to the people that are dreaming.
yeah. Like I remember David wrote in his book. The effortless being. Like the body mind is like gas guzzlers that needs some repair, but but the infinite intelligence, there is the infinite being, is a Lamborghini that you haven't used for 20 years.
Take it out of the garage and drive it.
Let's just let go and use it.
That's a beautiful illustration.
Mhm.
I love how he uses illustration. Very clear. Yeah. I mean, it's just a matter of just seeing that in your direct experience, and those things become natural to you. Like you said, in the end, like no, and there's really no damage is done because consciousness itself isn't, it's stainless awareness. So nothing is hurt by consciousness, isn't hurt by it. It's almost like it's like a movie, like where the screen, you've heard this illustration, like a screen, and then like it's like a projected movie playing here. But when the movie's over, those characters in the movie were never really hurt. It was just all thought images. And that's all that's going on here. It's just thought images playing and doing its thing. So nobody's really hurt at the end of the day. As hard as that is for someone to hear that might be in the movie, they might be in a scene where there's a lot of suffering. Like the last interview I had, I don't know if you saw that one, she was talking about the mothers in Gaza and how
Oh, yeah.
she could feel their pain. Did you see that one? But
No, I haven't watched it all, but yeah, I saw the comments
yeah,
saying, yeah.
or she could feel their pain. And that's what I'm saying. You could still be the compassionate, like it's all welcome, you know, suffering and all that is welcome here. Because even in the suffering, it's still timelessly free. It's still the beingness, it's still consciousness. So it's like, because it can't be separate from it. So it's still you in a sense. So if you can see the substance of that, it kind of resolves itself effortlessly. It all resolves itself. There's nothing you need to do except to just see it and relax in it and trust it and know that it's you. It's almost like consciousness in disguise. But there's still everything can be welcome. Even experiencing life as the dream in the separate eye, that's okay too. You can play like that if you want to. Because that's still consciousness playing what hide and seek, so to speak. I'm over here, I'm over here. Oh, look, I'm appearing as this. Oh, I'm having this life experience. Uh,
Yeah.
talking like this, some people like that, if they're really caught up in the dream, might look at this and be like, what? That's crazy. Again, that's
But
the
it looks
mind.
so real and it looks so separate.
Yeah, doesn't
That's
it? It's
literally.
really air. It's just awake space. That's all that's out here. It's almost like, was I talking to John on his interview? We were talking, it's almost like when you're down here on the ground and you're in it, everything's so real and vibrant. You think you're all this, but when you get up in an airplane and you're looking down, everything, you can't even really see the people or even the things going. Everything looks whole and complete and together because you're so high up from a different vantage point that you can see differently. And so the perspective of everything changes. And when you think about it, the looking itself, when you're looking, the looking doesn't say, "Ooh, that's a bad experience. That's a good experience." It's beyond cause and effect. It's beyond good and bad because it's what's
Just
underneath.
silent witness.
Huh?
Just silent witness like you wrote
Yeah.
in your book, Annis.
Yeah. The silent witness that's always here and everything arises underneath the silent witness. It all just appears and then collapses back into the silence that you are. You are the silence. The background of all of this is you, and that which appears and tends to take forms and does the experience is also you. And it just all resolves and collapses back into it effortlessly. That's why we say effortless being. You're just relaxing as effortless being, and everything's arising equally and effortlessly. So there's no one thing in the appearance that is more profound than something else. It's all awareness, it's all the same. It's just the mind wants to put emphasis and put the attention on one thing that makes it so big in this space. But everything is just equally whole and complete in this space, and it all arises effortlessly and equally, without a problem, because it's just you just dancing. It's almost like dancing. Life's dancing. Yeah, that's what's going on. It's just a dance. I mean, you can see that when you're up in the airplane, but when you're down here, I know if you're looking through the character, what people will say, because they experience it differently. But when they realize that they can come out of the cage of the thoughts that they're identified with and the beliefs, because they're just here, right? It's almost like they're wearing a prison right here. But if they can, you know, fall back, it's almost like fall back and then, wait, there's all of this. Now you're up in the airplane. Ah, wow. It's the whole perspective changes. And this crumbles and evaporates. And now it's expansive, presence, beingness, formless.
Yeah, once you've seen the awareness, or like, it's quite laughable how you normally like believed all your thoughts and, and thought that was all important, thought that was real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like an energy game too, because if you're putting all your energy into the thoughts, you feel depleted, and you could be using that same energy for fun things like creativity and doing things that lights you up and organizing each day that feels easy and light and fun, you know, designing each day that way. But I like that you're doing the YouTube shorts. You're really good at it too. Like how you put the labels and you center it. Some of that stuff looks
I
better than the way
mean,
I'm doing it. I'm like, I gotta get some
I
tips.
mean, it's like the most effortless way to produce content.
I
Just
know.
do the
Just take,
interviews.
yeah, just take the interviews and splice them up, and real easy, right? All you do is click edit to short, right? And then you could just write a title, whatever you want, and then blast it out. And then if you put hashtags, I was going to tell you, put
Mm,
hashtags on there. That's how you'll get more subscribers. So like if you had somebody in there searching, for example, Eckhart Tolle is a big one. You put that like hashtag Eckhart Tolle. Anybody that was looking at Eckhart Tolle stuff, because it's kind of similar to what he's doing, they would see your video and they'll be like, oh, he's talking about this too. Then they'll subscribe to you. You see what I'm saying? That's how it works. Or you can put in non-duality or consciousness or manifestation or whatever it is that you're talking about. And then those people, when they pull up their phones, it'll show on their feed, and then they can subscribe to your channel, and then your
yeah.
channel grows that way. So the hashtags really, when I look at even my channel, like I'm looking because it'll tell you like how people are subscribed. A lot of them come through the shorts.
Okay.
Yeah. Or they just search effortless being. A lot of them come through that way. Um, or if they're searching something on YouTube, how to realize my true nature or something, or how to, or something like that, it'll pull up your video because it's answering their question. So a lot of it's the hashtags and the titles that you put in your shorts, and your videos. But the hashtags are good. You like usually
Mm.
put two hashtags on each one, and that usually
Yeah,
yeah.
I recognize you using Eckhart Tolle
Yeah, that's a good
when
one. 'Cause I get a lot of people coming to me from Eckhart Tolle. They tend to resonate with this because
mm,
Eckhart, and for me, he was when he had when he was talking about in his book, New Heaven, New Earth, and the Power of Now. When he was talking about, well, actually, it was in the Power of Now. When he was talking about how the two voices, right? Like which one's
mm,
real, which one's not. To me that was a time when because I used to believe I was just the thoughts, but then when I read the way he was explaining it in the book, it was almost like you're aware of your thoughts, right? So you can't be that thought. So that
mm,
thought is just a fake thought. It's just that thought in your head, that commentator's not real. You don't have to believe what it's saying. That voice in
mm,
your head. You can pick and choose what you want to believe if you want to have that experience.
mm,
But you're the one that's aware. So that was a good pointer. So I like
mm.
his pointings. The only thing with Eckhart was I feel like I may have fell into the trap like, oh, Rob's the one that's aware, or I have to maintain this awareness by doing something. I think a lot of people I talk to,
Yeah.
you know, from the Eckhart teachings, a lot of them they fall into that,
Mm,
but that's still duality, right? Where there's just this one awareness. It's not two awarenesses, and it's not you, Rob, because there's no Rob here. So it's just infinite intelligence or effortless being doing it all the whole time. But yeah, the awareness is not wrong. That's a case of mistaken identity. And so if you see it that way, then you'll still experience seeking and suffering. To know if you've seen it the right way is like, I would say, is how much seeking and suffering is going on in your life. That's a good way to know if you've really seen what this is.
Mm, yeah.
Not that your life's going to be perfect, but what I'm saying is you're not going to have that same intensity of. It's almost like I look at that stuff now as more like entertainment, almost like it's entertaining, you know, to watch it. But I like that, what it's doing is opening people up to what this is.
Yeah.
But
If
the
you're in
direct point,
seeking mode, it's all you're just concentrating, trying to get something out of it that you
yeah,
already have. So,
yeah, it's almost like it because when you start going to the mind, you're doing all this seeking, you're putting your energy out here, but the whole time, it's just when you stop and you come back, it's just a realization that you are what you're looking for. So when you rest, you could even start off resting as awareness, thinking that it's Rob resting as awareness. That's fine. You can just do that
Mhm.
for a while because then it'll dawn on you. Wait a second. Rob's just a collection of thoughts out there. This is just what everybody's talking about. I am the infinite being, the effortless being. This is the consciousness. It's not Rob. It's just and then you'll realize, oh, I was resting the whole time as the infinite being. It's just that there was this overlay of the mind telling me that I was separate and I believed it. And now that I see through it like Santa Claus thoughts. It's now I can, you can rest, and then the seeking and suffering takes care of themselves and dissipates.
Mhm.
It's almost like if something in the human experience happens, with the body, there's not like that fear that was there before of thinking,
Mhm.
oh, I'm just this body. There's the knowingness that you're the expansive, formless, infinite being. So even when the body drops, you know, the essence of what you are is always here. So there's a peace in knowing that. And so that makes
Yeah.
the human experience a little lighter. You're not reacting the same way at funerals or when doctors give you news about your body and stuff.
Mhm.
It doesn't have the same weight.
Yeah,
But
I can relate to that. Yeah, I have like stuckness feeling in the heart area, and during the call with David, I brought it up, and he said that's just an invitation, begging for your attention, begging for you to identify with it. But if I just choose to be the awareness, be the contemptless, the empty silence, it doesn't have the same intensity. It doesn't really matter anymore. Like it's not that I have like my stubbornness is gone or anything like that, but it doesn't just bother me anymore. Like it's yeah, it's just there, and I'm okay with it.
what's funny is when you do that, when you rest back as the awareness and and then identifying with that as being you, and then you just kind of rest back, there's so much more here.
Mm.
It's almost like that dissipates and goes away. It's like as soon as you take your attention off it, it kind of just resolves itself and it's gone. That whatever, and then it's almost seen like, oh, it was never really here. It was just that I was believing that it was here, but it's like an illusion, that you're feeling that. It's because the mind's identifying with it, and then you get in the feeling from the thought, thinking it's real, and you're giving your attention. Now you're building emotion on it, and now it's becoming alive and real.
Yeah,
But as soon as you rest back and disidentify with it and not accept that invitation, and you rest, it just resolves itself automatically.
yeah. But we've been taught the other way. It's like if you have a problem, you should focus on that. You should get you should do something about it. That's how I lived my whole life. Like, it's the other way around. Like everything is the other way around.
Yes, it's all inverted. But I think when people suffer enough, then they wake up and they say, wait a
Mm,
second, I've been doing it this way. What do they say? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So you get to the point where you realize that's not working. There has to be another way. And then you realize the truth of reality and what this is in your direct experience. And then you see them as those thoughts as not real. And then you can relax back as to what you truly are, the spacious beingness. And it all resolves. Infinite intelligence resolves it all. But you just never know what you're going to say that's going to resonate with people. Like for me, it was you're the infinite being, having a human experience, and then questioning the beingness. Can it get sick? Can it, does it have a problem? Is it worried about money or whatever? You can ask it, and you'll get the answer immediately that you're already whole and
Mm,
complete, that you're already fulfilled, that you're already abundant, that you already are the everything, that you're infinitely worthy of all. Um, so you just never know you're going to say that's going to trigger somebody. You know,
mm. Yeah.
because other people would say, Rob, I've heard that too. You're the infinite being having a human experience and do anything.
I've heard that too. Yeah.
So what? Didn't resonate with me. And so you never know
Mm,
what's going to resonate.
mm,
But the way to tell is how much relief do you feel? You're still seeking and suffering. Is it the same intensity? Has it slowed down? Do you know what you are? Do you feel infinitely worthy? Do you feel whole and complete? Do you trust? Are you okay with what is? You having
mm.
fun with life? Feeling joyful most of the day, not all the day? Is your day light and easy? Can you keep it like that? Or do you have to fall into the mind and follow what it's saying, the thoughts of limitation all the time? And that usually then what comes from that when you're doing that is that's when the suffering happens because it's just kind of just trying to wake you up. You know, there's a better way that's not in alignment with your nature. You know, what you are is the pristine infinite being that's whole and complete, that's abundant, that's infinitely worthy, that needs nothing, that's self-sufficient, that is beautiful, pristine, alive. The totality. You are the totality of existence, of life itself. You are life. There's no separation. You are it.
Yeah.
So what else is going on? What else you get? What else is alive for you?
Nothing really much. I'm just enjoying, like these days, I'm just enjoying the peace, enjoying the absence, the space in front of me
Yeah,
after work. That's just that's just how I function these days.
that's beautiful.
Mm.
So how's the night? You still doing your job, right? And stuff. The feeling
Yeah,
better
yeah,
at work? Yeah.
I am. I made peace with my work, so
There you go. And who knows what'll present itself from here, but it's okay, whatever it is.
yeah,
You
it's
can't move on
okay.
to something else until you're okay with where you are.
Mm-hmm.
And and then when you're okay with what you are, there's something else that can move in.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay too. It's all even.
Yeah.
Um, Dating world, how's that going?
Dating wise, it's just it's not going very well, but I'm like truly okay with it.
There you go.
So,
Seeming okay with it. Because really, people are looking for love in all the wrong places. They're looking outside themselves for another person to make them feel love and complete, like you're separated from love. The truth is, you are love. The love is within you. It's you. So when you feel that love as you, then those other things just come about effortlessly, if at all, if that's even
mm,
something that wants to come. But when you feel that you don't need it from the outside and that you know that you are
right.
love, you are love.
Yeah. I mean, like, I have an amazing story because I think
Tell me.
like it's kind of too personal, but I'll just tell it because someone could resonate with it. So I got rejected by someone who I was interested in,
Yeah.
and immediately I could feel the feeling of hurt, of
Yeah.
hatred, all those things coming up, and then I remembered the story of Lester Levinson. Uh, he tried to square all with love, like past incidents, someone who wronged him. Because the basic point is happiness is loving, not being loved. It has nothing to do with being loved. Like in the midst of that feeling, I was like, okay, I could try that. I could try that. I revisited the incident and I just looking back, I was like trying to get love from her, which is meaningless, because it's how you love, which brings you happiness. So I changed that feeling to loving no matter what happens. And immediately I could literally feel the feeling of the hatred and hurt being ripped off from my heart area. And I was
Wow,
like, this is amazing.
that is amazing.
Lester is always right.
Yes, that's
So
beautiful pointing for
yeah,
people.
so we could all choose love and be happy. I mean, when we're loving someone, don't ask whether whether he or she deserves it. Like just for your own sake, for your own happiness, we may choose love and just be happy. Yeah.
Love that. That's so profound. That's really going to help people. Um, yeah, it's almost like we all have this intuition, and your intuition, Jensen, is working beautifully for you. It's leading you to these realizations and insights that are beautiful. And we all have that. Everyone has that intuition within them, and you really connected with it. And everyone can connect with it, by looking inside and knowing what you truly are. And by you knowing what you truly are, you have this navigation, this wisdom that's always there, this guidance system that's within you that you can follow. And look at all the realizations it's giving you. You know, it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else last minute before we close out?
No, yeah.
We do have a this Friday, if you can make it, 8 o'clock.
I'm looking forward to
Yeah, it seems like there's going to be a few people on that, good amount of
it.
people. So we'll see what happens. It looks like a good amount of people will be on that call, so that'll be kind of cool. Doing it at
Amazing.
8 o'clock on Friday because there's some people on the other side of the world. We're trying to that wanted to be on it, so we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, yeah.
Effortless Being panel call. Yeah,
See you on Friday, like
yeah.
Saturday in my case, but
Saturday, your case, yeah. That'll be fun.
yeah,
All right, looking forward to it. Anything else comes up, just email me.
yeah, sure.
All right,
Yeah.
much love, Jensen.
Thank you so much.
Yep.